Hi, boys and girls. We are getting ready to start a very fun unit today. And we've talked a little bit about revving up for nonfiction. Today, we are revving up for a research project. We have really worked hard to learn a ton about sharks. And we've read books, we've worked on some reading passages, and you are definitely getting to be experts about nonfiction. So, today I wanted to teach you the very first part of research, and that is looking at everything that we've studied and thinking about the best books that will give you great information about sharks or any of your other animals. So, I'm going to show you some of the books that I have, and then we're going to talk about how we can look at our table of contents and we can skim the book to figure out what subtopics we might want to start researching on. So let's practice. Look at all these things we've read so far. We have our sharks and sharks in the sea. We have our Truth and Lie book. We read a little bit out of Seymour Simon's book. We have Shark Lady, Amazing Sharks, a book that I also had at home. And then there's a lot of great books on epic about animals too. So we'll look at National Geographic sharks. All right, so as I look at all of my books, I have a book that's an easy overview about sharks, and it won't take me very long to read it all. And what's interesting about this book is there really aren't any table of contents because the book is rather short and it can organize itself by just saying everything. So as I look through the book, I already see a word popping out: shark teeth, hunters, predators. I see a white shark can grow as long as a pickup truck. Wow. There's an angel shark. I can just skim through this really quickly. It says the shark's skeleton is made of cartilage. So we've talked more about a shark's body. Most fish lay eggs in the water. Some sharks lay eggs too. Oh, sharks are even called pups. Shark babies are called pups. Some sharks can eat stingrays. I'm just flipping through this book and checking it out. Some people are afraid of sharks, but look, that picture shows that maybe sharks have something happen to them, and I know we've read about that before too. People dump trash or oil in the ocean. Okay, so as I look at all of these different books, this one gave me a quick overview. Our Truth and Lie book doesn't have a table of contents. This book doesn't have a table of contents, but the National Geographic book does too. So I'm going to be skimming all of these books for some subtopics. When I say subtopics, I want to think of those headings that if we were going to write about sharks, we might use in our paper too. So let's look at all these books again. A Shark Lady, I'm probably not going to use a lot because it really doesn't talk about sharks as much as it talks about Eugenie Clark. Let's look at our work that we did in Sharks and Sharks in the Sea. And how about the National Geographic sharks? So now that I've chosen my books, I'm going to scan the table of contents for similar subtopics. And if there isn't a table of contents, you may need to scan the book's pages for words that pop out, kind of like I did with our easy book about sharks when I skimmed that. So I have sharks right here, and I've already looked and I can tell right away that a topic that's popping out about sharks is teeth. I have my table of contents right on this page from National Geographic, and it says chomp, shark pups, what big teeth you have, imagine this, blue ribbon sharks, now you see them, now you don't, shark attack, and people attack. And I have a page from our book about the three truths and a lie. So now I'm going to think to myself, what subtopics are popping out, and you probably heard some already. And if you think about it, we have shark subtopics like predators, baby sharks, shark attacks, people hunting sharks, and maybe how important sharks are to our ecosystem. We could probably think of some others too. So, readers, we are now going to think about this with another animal, and I'm going to have you try to do some of this work. We're going to look at penguins. So, head on into the next slide. I'll be there with another video showing you how to do this with penguins. And this time, you're going to need to do a little work too. All right, I'll be back.